There's no way I can have just one phone. I'm a
I
content creator
need,
and I'm a hairstylist. There's no way. And I travel.
I need to have two. So do you have two phone lines or just two phones?
I actually have three phones. I have a Colombian phone. This is the phone where I'll text you on, this one is just for content. So it doesn't work, girl. It's just
Also with Wi-Fi.
uh-huh.
I need to do that.
Yeah, you do. It helps a lot.
That's genius.
You were recording on one phone this whole time?
Yeah, one phone, and that's why I use a calculator as a prop when I'm doing stuff where I need to use a phone in the skit.
Oh
but I can't stop using the calculator because everyone is obsessed with the calculator phones.
Really? Oh my gosh. How's your day going? You look fancy.
Because I'm on a podcast with Beverly. Hello.
Girl, in fact, I could have just rolled up here looking crazy. I recorded a YouTube video right before this, so that's why,
Yes.
You look awesome. So how's your day been going? Where are you based in?
Missouri. So you need to tell me when you're gonna be coming.
You're right. I need to come. Need to come and see Madame Mango. And
sorry, let me take a picture so that people know that I'm hanging out with important people.
I need to take a picture with you, Miss Queen Mango of Jamaica.
No, sir.
Were you born in Jamaica?
Yeah, so I was born in Clarendon. That's one of the country parishes. And I only moved to the US when I was 36. So that's just 4 years ago.
You know what's so crazy? I think when I first saw your skit, I just assumed that you were like me and you would turn on your Jamaican accent and then you would turn it off. So when I heard you talk, I was like, she really just has a Jamaican accent.
I only have a Jamaican accent. But anyways, yes, I can address the whole thing, right? I got married. That's how I ended up in the US. But then consequently, I had to get divorced. And that's a whole other can of worms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's how I reach. I mean, and it has been good so far. Like, I mean, I've been lucky enough to have at least 2 jobs. Wow. And the first job.
Jamaican for real.
Huh?
I said, you're a Jamaican for real. You know, there's that stereotype that Jamaicans have all these jobs.
Listen. We're not going to leave that stereotype at all. We are hustlers by nature. Put us anywhere and we're going to survive.
I love it. Well, I will introduce you. My name is Beverly, and this is the No Longer Working podcast. So guys, thank you for tuning in. And we have a special guest today, one of my favorite content creators, Julie Mango. And I'm trying to see, how did I stumble across your page? I feel like you had messaged me.
I was stalking you way from like I had like 1,000 followers. I was stalking you. I would look at your skits and then I reenacted one of your skits. The one about
the Busset challenge?
No. Yes, the Busset challenge. And I commented, I am going to do a Jamaican version to this, hoping that you would see it and come and check it out. And I did the Jamaican version. And I think you saw it. So you probably would have stumbled across my content because I mean, I was stalking you and TikTok would probably just, say, okay, this one is stalking this person. Let's just see what we can do here.
Oh my gosh, you are crazy. But no, you are an amazing content creator and you are very popular in the Jamaican community. Like, you are the Julie Mango. No, Madame Mango.
Madame Mango.
I'm gonna make a trip to Missouri, even though I've never stepped foot in Missouri. I'm gonna make a trip, and But we were talking about burnout.
Yeah.
And so I wanted you to kind of take us on your content creation journey. Actually, funny enough, the video I recorded right before I got on the call with you was about, content creation. So I want you to talk a little bit about how you got into content creation, and then we'll go into burnout. So how has your journey been like? Did you do this while you were in Jamaica? Like, when did you say, hey, I want to do skits?
I mean, I've been wanting to do skits from I was a little girl. So to answer the question, say, hey, when do I want to do drama? That I was born wanting to do drama. Okay, so that's that. But so I started the whole TikTok journey when I was in the US. I started in 2020, November 8th. Sorry, my first TikTok video came out. My first viral TikTok video, because I did others before that and it did flop, so I just delete them. So my first proper TikTok video, I think it published on December 8th, 2020. So that's when my journey started. But it really was not on purpose. Like I used to hate TikTok, and I used to say this is for young kids and whatever, and it's not for me, and I'm old and outdated. I can't, and I'm not definitely not putting on no shorts and catching out my butt cheek or this, that, side boob or whatever. Not speaking ill about anyone who does, it's just that I couldn't manage that because first of all, I'm too old for it. And second, I have a thing called the Holy Spirit that will slap me across the face if I do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yes. So my my stepmom, my dad's wife, she sent me a video of someone doing praise and worship, Jamaican style versus American style. I saw that. I was like, okay, let me just reenact this for the fun of it. And I reenacted it, and I posted it on my TikTok and my Instagram, and all I know is that it went basically quote unquote viral. Really? And then people started following me. So I'm like, okay, are people expecting this? I remember I had 78 followers on Instagram, and in one day it went to 500 followers. And I'm like, what's happening?
From 78 to 500?
Yeah.
So you created your Instagram from scratch, knowing that you wanted to do skits, or was it like a personal page?
No, it was just a personal Instagram page, and that Instagram page I have deleted and restarted so many Instagram pages because I just that time I was like going through my mental health stuff, so I would create an Instagram page, hate on everybody, and then delete that page, and then create another one, cuss off some people, you're this, you're that, you're this, delete that one, and until my friends are like, Jules, so is this you? This is you? This Instagram page? I'm like, yeah, it's me. And then I would delete that. And I'm like, they were like, so Jules, you deleted that? Okay, sure, no problem. Just let me know. The next page, sure, no issues.
Oh my goodness, no, but you are amazing. And to see, because your page is like over 100,000.
Yeah, it's 130 something thousand.
And this was this 2020.
December 8th, 2020.
The power of the internet. I think our stories are kind of similar because I mean, I posted a little bit before the pandemic, but the pandemic was really the time that I was able to just, the same as you. I was like, I had TikTok at first, but I was like, oh, this is for the little kids. This is the app for the people with the good knees. Like this, I don't need to be on here. And then one of my clients was like, no, get back on there, get on TikTok. And then the thing about TikTok is, once your video does well, people are going to find your Instagram. Like they'll look for you.
Yeah.
And so if your TikTok grows, your Instagram is kind of automatically going to grow. It's not really the other way around.
Yeah. Facts.
Oh, that's crazy. And so so when you saw that the numbers were growing and people were like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. When did you start getting like recognized, whether you go to like a Jamaica restaurant or, you go to a Jamaican store or something?
So guess what? No, because I was living in Missouri from the start, because I've been in Missouri since 2019. Okay. So I had the advantage of no one recognizing me. Like, that's not really something that I particularly like, because what it means is that I can't have a meltdown in public, because I like to throw my little hissy fits and be immature. I really do. So I had the advantage of persons not recognizing me because I'm in Missouri and it's only Jamaicans to recognize me. Fast forward to 2021, last year, November, I showed up at Miami airport in my pajamas, my slippers. Oh. Yes, darling, because that's me. I despise having to dress up. I'll shower. That's all I'm promising anybody. And so I'm in Miami airport in my pajamas and my yard slippers and my jacket because I got to be cozy, and also my blanket and a hat. No lipstick, no nothing. I'm cool. I'm comfy. This person comes up. Are you Julie Mango? And I'm like, I wanted to say no. Look alike. But clearly I couldn't because I just did a video with the braids I had in my hair. So it would have just come off really rude. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my gosh, can I take a picture with you, please? And I had to take a picture with the ugly look that I had. And so then when I reached to Jamaica, it just got worse. When I stepped into the airport at Jamaica, the lady who was supposed to be processing my passport at immigration, she looked at me and she's like, hold on a second, please. And she went for her friend. In the immigration, you're supposed to be all She went for her friend, and then her friend came to the booth like, you're Julie Mango? Can we take a picture, please? I'm like, okay, sure, no problem.
Oh my gosh. No, that's pretty cool. I feel like that's the one thing though, even with the small Instagram, recognition, it causes you to kind of be on your toes. So if I go to the airport, I might just thought sometimes I thank God for the masks. If I feel like I just don't feel like it, I'll just put down myself. But it's crazy. Somebody recognized me with a mask on.
You will.
They said something about my eye shape or something. I said, are my
I
eyes
would recognize you with your mask on. It doesn't matter.
really?
Yes, I would. If you were fully clothed, I can't see anything except your fingers and your eyes. I would be able to, if you covered your eyes and I could only see your mouth, I would still know it's you.
The mouth, I understand. But
Well, if you could only see here,
really?
I'll know it's you.
I'm like, are my eyes going every which way? Like how? I don't know. I don't know. But that's pretty crazy. But anyway, so now you're on this journey, content creation, you're getting a little bit of recognition, in the Jamaican airport. Do you feel that pressure to, okay, wow, I've created this, this page and people love it. Now I have to kind of keep up with it. I have to, what's the next viral video gonna be? Do you feel that pressure, or are you just like, listen, it is what it is. You guys are gonna get
Definitely do feel that
I
pressure.
want to give you.
Definitely do feel that pressure, but guess what? No,
Yeah.
I don't want to use the struggle is, but the challenge is being able to feel that pressure, because it's only natural. Being able to feel that pressure and being able to look at the situation for what it is and make the best decisions for yourself.
Okay.
So yeah, I do feel pressure. Like if I post a video, there was a point in time where I was posting a video every day, and as it takes, so as you do things, you get better at them. So that's when I was really bad at editing, and it took me like maybe 10 hours to edit a simple video. Now I'm down to maybe 3 hours. And so it would take me like a good 10, 12 hours to do a skit and put it out. And I was doing that every day. Also, I had a full-time job. So sometimes I would be editing my video at my desk, which was just, listen, God's blessing was just not on the way. I was doing things, man. I was just killing myself. All right. Until I had to step back and say, okay, when I just started, I did pray about it. And what I heard is that, Julie, I gave you this as a hobby. Enjoy it and allow people to be blessed by it. Yeah. And so I'm like, I had to come to terms with it and say, I'm not enjoying this as a hobby anymore, but I still want to do it because I like it. And so I had to create that balance. I had to say, okay, sometimes it's okay, Jules, to not post for a couple of days. Yeah. There was this one time when I didn't post for one day and someone posted my picture on their Instagram and said, Julie Mango did not post today. Where is my video? I need my video. And I'm like,
Julie, you're kidding. No. There's no way.
I'm serious. I am serious. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're not even message me and say, hey, Jules, how you doing? You're like, and
mine can't, what?
And then, if I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think of the person's motive. Were they trying to be malicious? Probably not. But the thing is, they were just thinking about what they needed for that day, and not realizing how badly that would affect me, So yeah, I do have burnout as a challenge, but I have to just step back and make the right decisions and reach out to fellow content creators like myself to ask how they do it, burnout. But I have to step back and make the right decisions for my own well-being, because this is something that I like, and I have to be careful to continue to like it and to continue to have God's blessing over it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's nothing worse than feeling like it's one thing to want to do something, but then sometimes when you have to do something, that obligation, it takes the fun away. And I think people don't understand the work that goes into content creation, because sometimes you're doing like 3-4 characters, only you, and so you have to set up your lighting, you have to set the angle, you have to, that's a lot.
They don't understand. Like it's me, God, my apartment, and my equipment. I don't have any assistants. And so if I'm doing, say, 9 characters, I have to think about the costumes. I love that laugh that you know. And then when I'm doing the camera, I have to angle the lighting so that my face shows, because even how you angle the lighting has to do with how comical it comes off. Yeah. People don't realize that. And I know you would understand it, but people who don't create content, I don't realize that to do 10 seconds of a skit, can run you from anywhere up to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Up above 3 hours. They don't understand that. And so that's a hard pill I had to swallow, that, you know, people don't understand, but at the same time, this is something I love. So
Yeah.
make sure I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. And like, for example, if I record one character on this background, in order to give it a different effect, I'm gonna have to, girl, let me tell you, that last skit that I did with the 4 characters, that was enough. So I don't even know how you're doing 9 characters. This is my little small Colombian apartment. If you see the way I was finding every corner just to give it a different effect, I said, please, I can't come on kill myself. I beg, please. But there is joy in like seeing that fine, like editing was 53 minutes of footage and I turned into 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And people don't see that. They just see a 4 or 5 minute video, like, okay, cool, it took you that long. No, right. And then sometimes when I'm done recording, I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I just want to go to sleep. I'm like, I'll clean up the next day. Like, let me just go to sleep, please. But no. And so do you ever feel like people put you in this box? Like,
yeah.
They just,
yeah, all right. So
mango skits every day, 3 days, 3 times a day. I need Julie mango skits like I need vitamins.
Yes. So like, not even just that. Sometimes, like, I do mostly skits. So
Right.
so my thing is skits and like musical stuff. So I put different songs together and I act out the parts, and so that's my thing. But say, for example, I want to do something different. Like there was a trend that was going around saying, Vikila, Bloody Samaritan, protect my energy. That's not an arm. That's
with the hips.
Yes. Protect my energy from your body. I love that song so much. And I wanted to do the trend where it's zooming in your face and you're singing the song and whatever. And it took me months to actually do it because it's not my regular stuff. And I'm like, Jules, you love this song. Nothing is wrong with the message. You've researched what Bloody Samaritan meant. It's okay. Holy Spirit not holding you back. Do the thing.
Yeah.
And it took a lot out of me just to post that video and be okay with it being different from my regular content. So yes, sometimes I do feel boxed in. Sometimes I would want to do voiceovers of American funny videos that are quirky and extremely funny to me. But I know that the majority of the Jamaican diaspora audience, they wouldn't really get it because it's a totally different culture. Yeah. And I like quirky stuff. And that's why when people say, am I not going to do stand-up? I can't do stand-up because my stand-up personality is way different from my video skit personality. And they don't understand that. The skits are a performance. It's a package that I'm presenting. But with stand-up, the real me will come out, and it's only people who understand me will actually find it funny.
Exactly. No, I know what you're saying. When people say, oh, you should do stand-up, I say, it's not like I don't think I can do it, because I believe that there's a science to stand-up. There's a difference between me acting out different characters than me creating a 20-minute set that's going to keep you laughing for 20 minutes. And people forget that just because somebody is funny on social media, now you have some people that are funny on social media and then just that's their personality, but you have some people that are just funny on social media because people are laughing at their antics. Whether they're falling down, they're doing all this, but they're not funny in a sense of, they say brilliant things that are comical. And so even with that, like you'll have some people they're just funny on social media because they'll do funny things and then they'll try to do stand-up and it just does not hit.
It does not, because people are expecting me to come out so this is how I am normally. Right. But if I do stand-up, people are expecting one of the characters, and that's I don't act like a face the security guard in real life. I'm not a miserable mom in real life. I'm not any of those. I'm the monster. Sorry. And I'm not any of those in real life, and I feel like I would be doing the audience a disservice if I was stand-up. You know what I mean?
Would you say you're more like reserved in person?
I am an introvert in person. Like yesterday, I had a life group with my friends at church, and I was just sitting there not doing anything, and I felt so comfortable just being quiet. They didn't force me to do any small talk. They would be like, so where do you live from here? I'm like, how was your day? Nothing. They were talking about their families. I was listening. I was laughing. I was on my phone. I was just so chill. And I felt so happy. You see, if I go to Jamaica, I can't do that. I have to be the person who is accommodating to everyone because they want to talk to me. And that's okay. They want to talk to me because of content that I put out, because I talk about mental health. People want to talk to me, they want that. And that's fine, but I can't do that like all the time. And people ask me, why do I stay in Missouri? Why don't I move to Florida where more Jamaicans are? What?
New
I'm
York,
like, guys,
peace.
for my peace of mind.
No, but I do think that's people do have a responsibility, like one cannot gain a following on social media. And then when people see you in person, all of a sudden you're just acting kind of anyhow.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you're human. So sometimes you just want to be in your little corner doing whatever. But I think just understanding that, hey, these people, they genuinely love your content.
Exactly.
They can relate to you. So it doesn't hurt to, just say hi or take a picture. If I look crazy, girl, I don't know about that picture. But we can talk, we can just it up. Like I love that, but I love my alone time. Let me tell you, this is my Colombian apartments. The day I leave Colombia, I'm gonna shed a tear because sometimes I'll just be in my space and it's just like you said, quiet. Besides like the street people singing, other than that, it's pretty quiet, and I love that too. And people don't expect me to be. I would say more. I'm an ambivert, so I'm an extrovert when I'm
ambivert that I am. Yeah.
When I'm comfortable with somebody, I'm like, yeah, my friends know the crazy side. But other than that, when I go to an event, if I go to like a Nigerian party, I just kind of observe and, but I will say I'm personable. Like I'll greet, I don't walk in there with a stone face or nothing like that, but I'm not, I don't know. I feel like people expect me to do a backflip, into the reception hall, and that's just not me. And even when I host weddings, I tell them I don't do stand-up. But I create moments of laughter. And I think
exactly.
Yes. And I feel like somebody like you're pretty witty, you're pretty quick, you can right. But I just don't do the host, is not my thing, I don't know. I can poke fun of something or like find something to kind of joke about, but I don't do a full set. That's just it's not me. If you want me, you just know that's not my thing. So when have you experienced burnout, and how do you normally deal with burnout?
So I experienced burnout when, what's funny? I don't really experience burnout when I'm putting out content every day. It's when I'm stressing about all the other things that's happening. And also stressing about putting out content every day. So like it's very hard to explain. If I'm just enjoying the process, I can do it every day. But it's when I am tired and I say, I have to push, I need to do this. And also when I am reading too much into like, because I try to respond to all the messages that I get. Yeah, I really do. And so I find that I have burnout when I'm trying to respond to the messages too much. And when I say trying to respond too much, meaning absorbing what each and every person is telling me. It's a lot. And they are saying, oh, your videos make me laugh and stuff. That's good, And when they tell me, so it's a difference. All right. So when they tell me that their kid is watching my video, that makes me bubbly and it energizes me. But when someone messages me and says that I love your mental health video and my daughter is this, and they send me a whole long epistle about all the problems that's happening in their family, knowing me and the empath that I am going to read it. I'm going to feel bad, and I'm going to, my energy is going to be low. And I get like probably 20 messages like this per day, specifically like that. Right. And when I read all of them, it sucks my energy out. And then by the time it comes around for me to do a skit, I'm tired, and then I'm saying I have to do a skit, and then it almost feels like I'm obligated to do it instead of the fun part. So that's basically how I get burnout. How I deal with it now is, as I said, call my fellow content creators, find out how they deal with that. And then
let's talk about that call.
And then how I deal with it now is to recognize that I don't have to fix everyone. And to recognize that it's really God that is doing his thing. I don't need to help him along the way. So he has given me the gift to put out the videos. He has allowed my platform to grow, and he has allowed people to do such. When those people are touched by my videos, God will do the rest. Relax. They're going to reach out to you naturally, Jules, because you're personable. And the fact is, I like people. I really do. Even though I need my alone type, I genuinely like people. And so I realized that I don't have to respond to every message. It's not an indictment on me if I don't. So I started not responding to so many messages. So if I preview the message and it looks like it's going to be probably like an epistle that I probably can't manage, then I probably, to be honest, I don't have the heart to delete it. So I leave it to another time, give myself a couple of days before I read it. And so I don't respond to messages as rapidly as before. I pace myself. And then in terms of putting out content, if I feel tired, I say, okay, no, don't create anything, take a break. And it's when I take that break and I feel okay, then I come back and do some content. So I stop doing stuff when I'm tired and I don't respond to all the messages right away. That's how I deal with burnout.
And have you ever, and we'll go back to burnout, but have you ever received like harsh criticism or just somebody just spewing just negativity, or maybe they had an expectation of you and you didn't meet up to that expectation, so they were mad at you? You know, because sometimes people can feel like they know you personally because you're very personable. So have you ever experienced that?
You know, I used to do a lot of Bible stories when I started out, but Bible stories are extremely difficult to do because I have to study a script. Then I have to be careful how I'm creating it. But see, because it's kind of different for me because I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And so I have to read the skit. I have to pray about it. I'm like, Lord, do you want me to do it this way? Do it? And then I'm not sure. And then sometimes and this and that. And then I have to find the right green screen. And then I have to study the lines and then make it Jamaican. And then I'm like, if I make it Jamaican, am I doing the convey in the right way? It takes about 3 days to do one Bible skit.
Okay.
And it became tiring. And I prayed about it. And I'm like, God is like, sis, I don't need you to defend my word though. Like, what's your problem? I'm like, yes, do the Bible skits because people will learn. But like I literally felt free that I can produce just comedic content that doesn't have anything to do with the Bible. But people will know that I'm a Christian and people will know that. Then a friend of mine, she wasn't necessarily a friend of mine. I knew her in the JDF. She had my number from before. She messaged me and said, hey, you need to do more Bible skits because I am out here. I don't understand the Bible and I only understand it when you put out the skits. So you need to just do more Bible skits because I realize that you changed and you're doing more comedic stuff and you need to do Bible skits. At least do one every week. You can't just be doing comedic skits. And that was the only aggressive comment I've gotten. Yeah. And I didn't really allow it to affect me because I was at a stage where I understood that people are just naturally selfish and they're just going to want what they want and not consider me. Plus, I already cleared it with God already. So I wasn't like feeling guilty or anything. And then in terms of comments now, I hardly get bad comments. I probably get like one bad comment per month. And it's somebody who I feel like is somebody send them to put it. Like someone posted, it's pure stupidness she posts on TikTok. It just sick my stomach. I'm like, who would post? It's okay if you don't like my content. I mean, that's fine. Like there's other people content that I don't like. I even follow people just to keep up their numbers. And I don't like their content, but I'm just supporting them. And if they put out a video that I hate, I don't have time to say, I hate this video. It's so awful. I just scroll and I'm like, really, friend? And I would just delete it.
Yeah, I just blocked them. Matter of fact, there's somebody that commented under the Dancing Boys video. They were like, oh my gosh, like I can't stand you, like you're doing this. And
I think I saw that.
Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that.
The video, of course. I love the video.
Not the comment. Okay, not the comment. So I ended up blocking.
No, I think I saw the comment. No, man, I know I saw some comments that people were being like really stupid.
Yeah.
I like the video because it's hilarious. And I knew that you didn't mean anything malicious by it, but people are just out here just having a bad day.
Girl. And the thing was, I blocked that person because, okay, I'm like, I don't mind when people disagree. If they disagree, that's fine because we're all adults. We're not going to agree on everything. But if somebody just blatantly says, I don't like you, I don't like your content, you're this, okay, let me help you. You know, I blocked them. They came on Instagram and they were like, I can't believe you blocked me. Like, you're this. I was just like, what is wrong with people? So I blocked them again. You know, it's just, what is going on? So I will say for us, I feel like we don't get as many negative comments. Like you'll get some here and there, but it's not too bad. Now, I will say though, there was this one girl that came into my inbox. This was when the whole NSARS thing was happening, you know, with Nigeria. And me, I'm one of those individuals that takes breaks from time to time. And so the individual came into my inbox. At this point, I was like, maybe like at 35K. And she was just like, oh, I saw that you posted for Black Lives Matter, but you didn't post the NSAR. Now, mind you, I'm literally just getting back on social media. And that person just came all the way left. Of course, I ended up blocking them.
Yeah.
But I just find that expectation, I'm not a social justice warrior. Now, that does not mean I can't, post or share like resources and stuff like that. But that was when I realized that with this platform, people are going to put this expectation on you that you really never, intended. And sometimes some people just want you to post it. They don't even care if you really mean it. And mind you, I want to look up, what I'm reading. And this was me just coming back on social media. So you don't really care if I could just post it and not care. I can post it and just go about my day. But, people, it does something for them. So that's that business. But in terms of the call that we had, we were talking about not being put in a box. And, with social media, sometimes people they stick to niches, their niche. So, and when you have a niche, people don't want you to veer off from that. Now, with me and you, we both consider our pages our personal pages, right? And so that's one thing that I set a boundary with. I was like, listen, this is my personal page. I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it light. I want to share my experience in different ways. I enjoy the skits. I enjoy the laughter it brings. But at the same time, I know the work that it takes. And so I wanted to lift off that pressure. That's why you will see me post travel. You will see me post whatever. As soon as my dog is done with training, you go see me post more of my dog too, because it's my story to the world. And so if you think about some YouTubers, let's say Alyssa Ashley, she's a beauty influencer, and now she's trying to do more of like fitness, and she received so much backlash because people wanted her to stick to the beauty. They wanted her to stick to the eyeshadows, but I'm like, there's only so much smoky eyes. Her eyes have smoked. Her eyes have smoked all the smoke in the world. Like, what else can she do? Or even with Jackie.
And people evolve.
But people they don't want that because they want you to stay the same. It doesn't mean that you've changed, but people, like you said, they're trying to grow.
Yeah, they're trying new things.
People don't like that. They don't like that. Nope. I met you doing a smoky eye. I need you to do a smoky eye for 10 years. Show me all the smoke. I want my eyes to smoke too.
There's a reggae artist that we have called Shenzi. I don't know if you know Shenzi.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard it. Mm-hmm.
She started out doing hardcore reggae dancehall, right? And her first album, her debut album, because she started out like maybe 8 years or 7 years ago, hardcore dancehall, and everybody loved her for that. And her debut album, she wanted to do more pop kind of music. And then her album, she did a lot of pop songs, and the songs are fire. And she received so much backlash. You're not the same person. You did change. You need to go back to where you used to be. And I'm like, folks, are you serious? So yeah, I totally understand the whole makeup thing as you showed there.
And I feel like even too with some of these YouTubers, when they, maybe they started off as just doing makeup in their dorm room, and now they've built an empire, they've grown, and then people say, oh, you're not relatable anymore. I find that sometimes people just want other people to remain they like you when you're the rookie, and they want you to remain that way because they want to be able to relate to you on that level, and they don't like to see you evolve. Not everybody. Some people are really, truly, they want to see you grow.
Yeah.
But I heard this saying that people don't mind you doing good. They just don't want you doing better than them.
Facts. No, that's facts. That's
right. And so I'm like, man, I hold that in my heart. And so, but I just feel like I don't want to put God in a box. And I feel like the way God has made us, we're not meant to be put in a box. That's why I don't niche anything. I don't have a sketch comedy page. I have my personal page. And so sometimes you do struggle with that feeling of, oh, this is not funny. But then I'm like, everything I say in real life is not funny. Like, I don't want people to expect everything. Like, some people just be looking at you and they just want you to talk because they want to laugh. I'm like, everything I say is not funny.
I'm not your mascot. I am not your real life mascot. No.
Right. It's because sometimes it gives like, dance monkey, like, do this, or
that's how it feels.
It does. It feels like that. And so I'm like, no, I didn't want to spoil people to thinking that everything I say is funny. I do like being funny. That's my personality. But I'm like, listen, sometimes we have to talk just real stuff. And I want to also encourage and inspire. And I think you do a really, really good job that mental health post was amazing. Like, even after I shared it on my stories, I saw a few friends share it too. And so I do want to just thank you for that, for
Nice.
sharing your, your story with the world.
I was afraid to do that post, you know who encouraged me to do it? A former Miss World, Lisa Hanna, Jamaica Miss World. She's a
Hmm.
politician now, and I've had a few lives with her. We talk on WhatsApp sometimes, and I
Wow.
tell her, I tell her sometimes I want to post more of my mental health stuff, and she's like, do it.
Yes.
And I
That's
didn't realize that it would have resonated with so many people. So.
wow. I love it. I love it. Any final words with burnout, or maybe there are some content creators that are going to be listening? How would you encourage them? If they're trying to do this content creation journey, maybe it's not skits and sketch comedy, but they're doing something else. How would you encourage them just to make sure that they're taking care of their mental health and enjoying what they're doing?
I mean, you said it, like, make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. It is okay to be a little bit obsessive about your quality,
Yes.
because the quality, when you put that quality product out there and people like it, you have a sense of achievement.
Uh-huh.
And so there's nothing wrong with, being a little bit
Start with what you have, though. Start with what
exactly right. Start with what you have, and don't try to don't look at another content creator and say, okay, I want to be like that person. Be your authentic self on social media, and the people who like you will come and follow you. They literally will. You'll be surprised. In terms of burnout, if you're feeling tired or if you're feeling stressed, don't produce any content, because the content will be subpar.
Mhm.
And also reach out to other content creators who are in the circle to talk with you, to give you advice, to give you anything. I've reached out to few content creators. A lot of the younger Jamaican content creators reach out to me, and I take the time to give them tips and stuff like that. So reach out to people and form a little community for yourself of persons that you can talk to, and just enjoy the journey. Just keep at it.
I love it. I love it, Julie. You're so inspirational. Trust me, Missouri, one of these days, I'll be there. And hopefully we can do an in-person live session. So you're not hearing all these street dancers and roller skates.
I wasn't hearing.
Girl, because every time. Anyway, but thank you so much for being my guest on the No Longer Rugged podcast. I look forward
Thanks
to
for having me.
creation journey. I know it's not just going to stop on Instagram. I know it's going to God is going to take it where he wants to take it. And I'm so excited to just give me one of those locks. Just let me hold it, and that'll be my autograph. And I'll say that I knew her before. So thank you so much, Julie. And then where can they find you? I'm sure they already know, but where can they find you?
On TikTok, I am Julie Mango. On Instagram, I am Julie Mango. On Twitter, I am Julie Mango. And on Facebook, Julie Mango.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you so much, darling.